Hi everyone, this is Tricia and welcome to my channel. Alright everyone, today I'm going to be making a baby Star Wars themed crib mobile. If you don't know what that is, it is an arm, a plastic arm that goes attached to a crib, and off of it you have little dangling little characters or numbers or letters, anything colorful, sometimes pastel, and most of the time they have music and it will spin around very slowly to either soothe the baby or to keep it entertained. Now, as you know, last week I started my baby Star Wars theme for my upcoming grandchild's baby nursery. So this is what my son and my daughter-in-law have chosen as a theme for his little nursery, and I am going to be making little items here and there, so I'm going to be showing you what those are. This is going to be my second project, so let me show you what I purchased to create this and how I went about to create a mobile for the crib. Alright, so the first thing you're going to need is the mobile parts, and I got mine through Amazon, so I'll put a link in the description box below to show you which one I got. I think it was about $12. These are all the parts. I've already tried putting them together. It was very easy. This is the arm that's going to be where the little characters that I'm going to make are going to hang from, and then it's got 5 little holes, 4 on each little arm, and then down here at the bottom of it, it has another little area where I can hang something from. So I'll need 5 little characters for this mobile, or I can do some little stars and hang it off of that, since I am doing a Star Wars baby theme. Okay, so here's my theme, Star Wars baby, and I went ahead and I printed out this to kind of help me decide how I want my little characters to look. So what you can do is you can find characters that you like, maybe print them out, maybe even print them out in the size that you want, and then just cut them out so that that becomes your pattern. What I decided to do was use this so that I can create my own pattern. So I just drew them out, and I decided that the most that I wanted was 4 inches tall and 3 inches wide. So I've already gone ahead and drawn myself a draft here. And I decided that I wanted to go with the Darth for sure, the Yoda, and the R2-D2. Now I could choose just one more and just do 4 characters and maybe do a star dangling down the center, but I decided to go ahead and do 5 characters and then add little stars here and there. So my next character I feel like I needed was definitely Han Solo, so I chose him. And then I had these 2, which is Luke Skywalker and Leia, and I went ahead and went with Leia because these are the ones that have probably maybe the least color. I mean, R2-D2 doesn't have a lot of color, but the color that he does have is blue. And I feel like he's a very iconic character of Star Wars. And because these 2 had little color, that's why I chose Han Solo for sure, because he did have a lot of color. So I felt like Princess Leia would be the next character that I would definitely choose, because it's a little girl and I kind of wanted to put in a little female character within all of them. And she's kind of pretty much iconic to Star Wars. So that is why I'm going to choose these 5 up here. And like I said, I've gone ahead and I've drawn myself a more or less, the shape, because the Han Solo, the Darth Vader, and the Yoda all basically have the same shape as far as the little arms and the little legs. See that? So for Princess Leia, all I have to do is, instead of doing legs, I just got to do a dress. And then of course, Darth Vader doesn't need the ears, but I'm going to go ahead and cut them out anyway, because I am going to cut out a little helmet shape to go over his ears, and then he'll have a separate little cape on the back. Yoda is the only one that I will do a little bit different. I'll just do his little ears instead of doing these, but the rest of the body shape is pretty much the same for all of them. And then he's got like a little coat on, which I'll do also. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I've already drawn these out, so they're ready to be cut out. So of course I need some scissors for that, and I also use these for the fabrics. Now the fabrics that I'm going to use are going to be felt. And I've got myself a collection of felt, and then I've purchased some extra ones that I've added into this collection to make sure that I have the colors that are on here. I also have some extra felt over here that I also already had, and some scraps here at the top that I can use. So I'll just choose from that. Alright, so another items that you will need will be some cotton balls. Now you don't have to stuff your little characters that you make. You can just make them flat, or just make them double fabric, or use even a stiffy fabric in between if you just want to make them, just to hang straight, not fold or anything. But I'm going to be using a little bit of cotton, and I'm just going to use these cotton balls. And I can spread them out and make them nice and thin just to give them a little bit of a poof, a little bit of dimension. And I'll need a ribbon or a string to hang them. So I'm just going to use this ribbon. It is sort of like a charcoaly kind of bluish gray. And that's what I'm going to use because a lot of the other decor that I'm using for the nursery will have that color incorporated in there. Of course, I need a little ruler and a pencil to do my little design. Now, to put all this together, I'm going to be using Aleene's tacky glue. I'm also going to be using my hot glue gun and glue sticks. You don't have to use, you know, both of them. You can use one or the other. I'm just going to see what helps me go faster. I think I'm going to put the bodies together with the hot glue gun so that, you know, the little two parts, you know, the front and the back will stay together with the little cotton inside. And then maybe the little decorations that I cut out extra, I'll put them in with the Aleene's tacky glue. I'm going to check that out and see what I prefer best, but that's what I'm going to be using, those two type of glues. Okay, that's pretty much it. So let's get to crafting. Alright, so now that I've drawn out my little pattern, or if you've printed out what you feel you can use, we're going to go ahead and cut them out. Now what I'm going to do is to make sure that both sides pretty much come out the same, is I'm going to fold it in half. And I kind of liked this half of what I did. So I'm going to use this half as my pattern, and I'm not going to worry about this one. I just want to make sure that they're about the same width, and they pretty much are. Let's see. Let me just go ahead and make it a little more centered to the measurement, because this line here that I have here, I'm kind of matching it up with this one. Okay, there we go. That's good. So I'm going to use this side of my pattern so that when I pop it open, I'll have the two sides the same. And I'm not going to worry about the other little sketching that I did to do the Yoda ear, because I can just do that separately and just make one little Yoda ear and then tape it on to my little pattern so that I know that I cut it out as well. Okay, let's go around this way. Cut off where the feet are, nice and flat there. And then upward and around. This is kind of the boring part. You know how to cut out stuff. Now in the little drawing, they kind of had the little thumb kind of drawn out separately. I'm not going to bother because I feel like it's such a small little detail that I don't need that. So anyway, this is my little figure, or this one if you will. Let me put something underneath so you can see it. Like I said, this is going to be for my Princess Leia, for Yoda, for Darth, and Han Solo. I do need to cut the little opening where the little legs are here. Do that. Okay. So this is going to go a long way. And then I'm going to do the R2-D2, and I'm going to do the same thing so that I can make sure that he is rounded. I'm just going to cut along the 3-inch measurement here so that I fold it in half. It kind of basically comes out even. So let's just fold that in half. And now I can cut the shape to be the same. There we go. Cut this, and I need to cut the bottom nice and straight. Okay, and there's my little R2-D2 right here, so there's no confusion. There we go. Those are the shapes that I'm going to use as my patterns. So now I need to decide the fabrics that I need, and then the little fabric colors, or not the colors of felt that I need, and then the, you know, the colors that each one is going to have. I'm going to start off with my Darth Vader, and my Darth Vader is all black. So I'm going to take a black felt right here, and I probably need to grab some pins so that I can pin everything down. I have a little fan here and it's kind of blowing things away. Let's get this little sticky sticker off. And I want to cut him twice, so I am going to fold it to the width of his little body. I don't want to waste any fabric. Okay, so I'm just going to grab some pins so that I can pin this pattern down and it won't move on me, so that I can go ahead and do all of my cutting. And I will be back. Okay, so I'm back. I'm just going to cut out the little square or the rectangle area so you can get an idea of basically what I'm doing. Okay, so now I can go ahead and cut him out. And let's look at our other characters. So I'm going to go ahead and start cutting them out. Now, as you can see, Princess Leia is half, you know, her head is one color and her dress is another color. I'm just going to go ahead and cut out the whole body shape. And I'm going to do the same thing for Han Solo. And Yoda has got a green head, he's got green hands and green feet. So I'm just going to cut out the whole shape in a green. So I'm going to go ahead and get those started. And of course, I'm going to cut my R2-D2 in all white. All these other colors that you see on top, her dress, the pants and everything, they're going to be additional things that I'm going to cut and put on top of the shapes that I cut out. So basically, all of Darth Vader is black, so he's going to be that. And then I have a cream color for Han Solo, and I have a cream color for Leia, a green, like I said, for Yoda, and a white for R2-D2. So I'm going to go ahead and cut all those shapes out, and then I'll be back, and we'll start decorating at least one of them so that you can see what I'm doing, and then we'll move along from that. All right, I'm back, and I've cut out all the figures that I'm going to need. So I've got my Darth Vader, my Yoda, R2-D2. This is going to be Han Solo, and this is going to be Princess Leia right here. So now what I want to do is I want to start cutting out their little clothing and such. I've cut out like a little dress shape here for Princess Leia in white because she does have a white dress on. She does have a little gray belt and like a little dark gray medallion kind of on there. And I also need to cut out her hair. So the way that I'm going to do that, I'm going to pull these aside because I've already done a little bit on Darth Vader, but I'll go ahead and show you how you can do the hair, for example. Let me go ahead and get a dark brown here. We're going to move this one out of the way. Okay, let me take this tag off. Now I want to do her hair also double because I want to do the back and the front. So I'm just going to fold it enough so that I have enough here to do her little buns on the side. Now I don't have to do them exactly as this. I'm just going to create my own version. So I'm going to pin her down. And basically I just need the amount of felt here for around her head. Making sure not to cut the body. Okay. So the back, I want it to cover the whole, you know, space of the whole head. So that's just going to get cut out in the pretty much the shape that I want. Now her little buns, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to cut up to where I want the buns to start. And then I'm going to overlap just a tiny bit bigger than her little head is. And just work down. I'm going to do the bun on this side. Well, first let me go ahead and cut out her little head shape here. There we go. And her little buns can just be whatever size I decide. And they don't even have to be like the ones in the little drawing, like I said. Okay. So I've cut out the shape that I wanted on this other side. Now I've gone ahead and I've cut down to here so that I know where to meet up when I fold this up. So I'm going to remove the head and I'm going to fold it to where I've cut on the other side and also at the bottom. And now I can go ahead and try to cut it similar. Now, if you feel better cutting it out of a piece of paper first and then cutting it out of the felt, you can do that. That'll probably be better so that you can finesse the piece of paper and not spend, you know, waste your felt. Maybe if you make a mistake, you might feel like you have to cut it again. So anyway, one of these is going to be for the back of the head, and that'll be like that. That'll cover her little head. And then the other piece is going to be for the front. Now, as you know, you can see here, that she needs to show her face, and obviously she's got some little bangs. So I'm just going to cut up a little bit along the side here of each ear, and then just go in and then go into the middle. So I'm going to fold this one in half. Let me make it a little bit rounder. Okay. And I'm just going to go in a little bit to make sure that it is over her little face, and then go up like a little part in the middle. There we go. And that's basically it. And there we go. This is going to be one front and one in the back. And then of course I'll cut out her little belt, and that's just a little gray. I can just do a little gray stripe piece of gray going across, and then just a little dark circle for the middle, and then I'll just do the two eyes. I don't have to do the mouth at all. The eyes I can do them any shape. I have little googly eyes like I can add on, but I don't think I'm going to use googly eyes, because if for perchance these little characters fall off the ribbon, in some case they might come off the ribbon and fall into the crib. I don't want the baby to get a hold of it and then maybe, you know, put it in his mouth and then chew on the little eyeballs, maybe cause a choking hazard. So I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to cut them out of fabric and probably just do them either whatever color I want, brown, black, blue, green, whatever my imagination takes me. So that's basically how I'm going to be cutting out an outfit. So I'm going to put her aside because she's really simple. Just got to cut out the little belt. And now I'm going to go ahead and work on Darth Vader. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and finish her off because she was the easiest one. So let me go ahead and get a gray, a light gray that I'm going to use for her little belt. And I'm going to use this little dress. And I'm going to cut a straight one for the back and one for the front as well. So I just need like a little strip. And I'm just going to cut from here. Let me go ahead and just cut a little strip. It's wide enough. There we go. Use her dress as my pattern. That's how wide it can be. Right there. And right there. And now I'm going to make it a little bit thinner, because I do need a piece for the back, like so, and then I need one for the front. And in the front, let me get this dark gray that I already have over here. In the front it has like a little buckle or medallion, I don't know what it is, but I'm just going to do a little kind of whatever shape I can form here. Maybe a kind of a diamond shape. Probably the easiest thing for me right now. Just a little shape. And I'll just put that right there as her little buckle. And then I'll need to do the eyes. So this is how I'm going to shape the body. I'm going to take a little cotton ball for each. Just go ahead and take the little clothes and the hair off. I'm going to take the little bodies. And I'm going to take a piece of cotton and just break it up. And I'm not going to put it everywhere. I just want the head to have a little bit of dimension and a little bit on the body. So I'm just going to add that in there. I may not even use all this cotton ball, especially for the other ones, because I'm not going to put it like in the little arms and the legs. Just a little bit on her because she's got this dress. Okay, so now that I've got that, then I can go ahead and go with my glue gun. And right on the edge, not too close to the edge, because when you sandwich them together, the glue will push out and then get all over the place and burn yourself. So just close to the edge, and then you can squish it just gently so that it does go to the most closest to the edge as possible. Okay, now once you've got that part, then you do the little arm and the side right here. And just do a little bit at a time as you're gluing it, and making sure that cotton ball is inside. So now the other one. Oops, let's that out of the way. Write this down. Her arms, the sides. Okay, now I just need the bottom part right here to close it. Oops. That caught onto my finger. Okay, so you get the idea of how I put these little body together, and it has a little bit of plumpness to it, so it has a little bit of dimension. Not very much, but I didn't want them to be flat little characters. I also didn't want to make them too big and fluffy. So now all I'm going to do is just going to trim around where maybe one side overlaps out of the other. Just trim around a little bit, which you can. Okay, once we've got that, we can go ahead and start decorating her. So we're going to do her dress, and it just goes down to a certain point on the arms. And we can use the Aleene's tacky glue. I'm using the glue gun to kind of make this quick, and you can probably just go ahead and just do that as well. If you've got kids and you're doing a little project with them and you want them to do this, then use the Aleene's tacky glue or Elmer's glue, whichever craft glue you can find where you're from. Okay, and as you can see here now, I've got a little bit of place here where I can see the ivory popping out, so I'm just going to trim it just a little bit. I'm not going to worry too much about the edges. Okay, I just want the character look. I don't need it to be realistic or anything like that. Okay, so there we go. There's part of her dress. Let's do the other side. Okay, this is kind of what she's looking like. Let me trim a little bit more of this because there's some glue there. There we go. Here is the print. Here's the little character that I have made. The front, the back. All I have to do is cut out some little circles for little eyes. I will do that at the very end for all of them. So I'm going to go ahead and get working on Darth Vader. all complete. My Darth Vader that I showed you earlier, and you saw me make her as well. So then I've completed Yoda and Han Solo and my little R2-D2 as well. As you can see, they don't have a lot of detail to them. They just have enough to identify them as characters from the Star Wars movie, and that is what the theme is going to be for the baby shower. So, sorry, for the baby nursery. And as you can see here, my pattern, they're kind of similar. They don't have to be exact, but I think they are satisfactory. I'm very happy with them. So now I'm going to put together the arm for my mobile. I also want to add the ribbon to my little characters so that I can hang them from the mobile. And these are very easy. I already tried this out earlier. These are going to snap together like so. There's a little bit of a piece here that goes right where this little opening is right there. Put that. And then this is the part that gets attached to the crib. And I also want to make sure I match those up. It's got a curved bit there that goes into that little bit. There we go. So this is the arm. And this here pops open and it slides into the crib and then it gets tightened. Okay. And then to here we hook up our little musical part here. Just snap those together. Oh wait, I think it's like this. Yeah, like that. And then this gets hooked on to this right here. And then it just goes open like that. And of course from each of these little bits I'm going to hang a character, also from the center one. I'm probably going to put the R2-D2 in the center as I first thought, and I'm going to make him hang a little bit lower than I have these other characters. So let's go ahead and do some stringing on one of them. Let's do Princess Leia, and I'm going to go ahead and hang her off of one of the ends here. I want her to hang about, not too much, because I'm not even sure how far from the crib it can hang. So I'm just going to cut a piece of ribbon, and I'm doubling it, as you can see, and then I'm just going to feed it through the little hole right here. Let's put it through there. Let's try it this other way, the smaller end. Probably would have been better if I was using like a little rope or something a little stiffer. There it is. I got it through. Alright, once I got these two ends, then I'm just going to put some hot glue. Actually, let's just go, yeah, let's do it in the back here. And I'm going to put one of the ends of the ribbon on there and then overlap it with the other. Like so. And then I can turn it around, and I make these little bows with the same ribbon. I'm going to put a little dot and then the little ribbon. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of them and hang them all at the same length, and then I'm going to do the little R2-D2 just a tiny bit lower, maybe like the height of the, like a little bit longer, like the length of the head, like all this and the complete head. So you can hang a little bit lower. And I think I'm going to cut out some little white stars and put them here and there on the ribbon. You weren't seeing that, I'm sorry. Okay, so we're going to put some little hearts on the ribbon here and there, and our R2-D2 will hang just a little bit lower, like about so much. Okay, so once I've got this all finished, I will show you the product so that you can see it all in one bit of the screen here. Alright everyone, I have completed my baby Star Wars crib mobile. I hope that you enjoyed watching how I was doing this, and that you have a little bit of an idea of how you can do it yourself. It's super easy and save yourself some money. I'm going to give myself a big old thumbs up. I absolutely love it. I hope that you too will give me a thumbs up. So leave a nice comment down below and let me know what you think and what you will do if you're going to be doing something similar to this. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed. Welcome to this little family that we got going on here. I hope that you're enjoying all the videos. Make sure you hit that notification bell. I upload videos on Tuesdays and Fridays. So this is it. Make sure you share all your social medias, and as always, enjoy.